Hello, everybody. Um, my name's Sam Smith. I hope you are watching. 52 viewers. I am in Manchester right now, and it's the day of my album release, which is amazing. And yeah, I'll try and show you the view. Beautiful. And yeah, so it's been a mental few weeks. I've been all over America over the past few months, which has been amazing, and also around Europe and stuff like that. So if I've seen you there, you can speak for me and saying, it's been really surreal few months for me. I mean, just yesterday I was in a Radio One, and I was panicking before I went on stage that no one was going to be there, and the whole entire tent was filled out, and it's kind of been that way for the whole of this year. I'm still so used to being at the beginning as such an up and coming artist, so it's really crazy for this to all be changing and going mad. So yes, at the end of this live streaming with Google, I have got a massive announcement to make, which is going to take place in my Roundhouse show on Friday. So please stay tuned to the very end, and I'll tell you what is going to happen on Friday. So my album's out now. You can buy it on Google Play. If you're in America, you're going to have to wait a tiny little bit. It's going to be out on June the 17th there, so I'm very, very sorry. But I'm going to be over there in America as well, so I'll be there to properly push it, which is great. And also, Google Play have a special exclusive deluxe version of the album featuring 2 bonus tracks, Nirvana and In the Lonely Hour. When I announced the album track list, there was a huge thing about Nirvana not being on the album, and I apologize, but I still am a firm believer in that. I want each of the things I do to be a body of work in themselves. And for me, the Nirvana EP was a moment in my life last year, and In the Lonely Hour is the moment I'm in right now. So I didn't want to mix the two, but from popular request, Nirvana is on the special deluxe version for Google Play with In the Lonely Hour as well. So this album, In the Lonely Hour, is really, really, really personal to me. And when I started writing this record, it was all about me, and I've been very selfish and I was very locked in my own head when I was writing this record. And in the past 3 months, it's become about you guys as well. I remember watching interviews and things, and watching certain artists go on about their fan base and about how much performing live meant to them, and I never really understood. I never really got what they were speaking about up until now. The past few months have been amazing. I feel like I've got an amazing connection with my fan base, and performing live is my favorite thing to do in the entire world. So thank you for buying this album, and if you have bought it, even if you've illegally downloaded it. But I'm very thankful, and I really hope that this record helps you like it helped me, because I'm not feeling as lonely as I was when I made this record. Please go to my page on Google Play, which is google.com/Sam Smith, to watch my track-by-track album interview, where I go into details about the tracks. Now I'm going to go into my questions. You've all given some questions. Thank you so much. There's loads. I feel like Graham Norton with the card. Right. So first question is from Iman. What song on the album are you most proud of? I think it's going to change. Now that the album's out, it's going to change. Right now, it's "Stay With Me." That I've had that album in my ears for the past 4 or 5 months, I guess, and I think I over listened to it a little bit. And when I released it, I was a bit I was worried because I'd listened to it so much, and I didn't have the same feeling as I did when I first made the record. And yesterday at Radio One Big Weekend, the song came alive for me again. Because see, I made that song as I wanted it to be an anthem. The song is about a moment that is so lonely, and I wanted to turn that moment into something that's so not lonely. And yesterday at Radio One Big Weekend, it was amazing. Everyone was singing along, and it felt like an anthem, which is exactly what I want that song to be. I want it to be an anthem for lonely people around the world, and I'm really proud of that. I'm also really proud that Money in My Mind is a track that I feel is more suited to be in number one at number one. It for me, number one, Money in My Mind. I wanted it to be a transition from La La La, and that was my aim, and I wanted it to sound poppy in that sense. That was the whole meaning behind the song, about me, not writing music for money, but it was all kind of, it all just fell into place to be a really poppy record. And Stay With Me, to me, is gospel. I wasn't trying to make it a pop record. I wasn't thinking about any format at all when me, Jimmy, and Taurus were writing that record. And I'm so proud that we got gospel on the radio, and we got gospel at number one. And I think for a ballad to be number one is really special, especially in this day and age, which is great. So thank you very much for making that happen. Next question. I'll be shorter. That was long. Sorry. Emily, if you could have been a teenager in any decade, which would you choose? 100% this decade. School is a horrible place, as you all probably know. And I wasn't bullied, and I didn't have any issues that much. But I think if I was a teenager, any further back in history, certain things wouldn't have been acceptable, and rules change, and I couldn't deal with teachers hitting me because I just have to hit them back. So I definitely stay in this day and age. Jonah, do you have any pre-show rituals? Not really. I just drink Fiji water and warm up my voice. That's kind of it. Me and my band do something, but I won't tell you. It's rude. Jasmine, what is your favourite lyric that you have written? My favourite lyric is, I'd never ask you because deep down I'm certain I know what you'd say. You'd say, I'm sorry, believe me, I love you, but not in that way. I just think that explains I'm required to love perfectly. Not being big-headed. Rinnaby, what an interesting name. How do you take your coffee? Black. Just black. Angela, what was the first album you bought and first concert? The first record I remember buying was Amy Winehouse Frank. I remember going with my dad to the CD shop when I was 11 years old and buying it. Before that, I didn't have any, didn't get pocket money, so I couldn't buy any records. But Amy Winehouse Frank was the first album I remember buying myself, and thank God I did, because it's one of the best albums of all time for me. And the first concert I went to, this is funny, my mum dragged me to a Tom Jones concert when I was like, I must have been like 9 or 10, and it was in Wembley Stadium, and I remember being just wowed at how many people were there. But I think she had to sneak me in for some reason, because I don't think you were allowed in at that age. So yeah, it was interesting. But Tom Jones. Kirsty, why isn't Nirvana on that album? It's my favorite. Well, Kirsty, you can get it on Google Play, but I kind of answered this earlier. I feel like I don't understand. You can buy it, so it's all online for you to buy. Um, I was actually quite I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I was a bit reluctant to have things like La 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 and Latch on that album anyway. As much as they're amazing and they mean a lot to me, I do feel I wanted to create a body of work that is its own body of work, because I intend to release a lot of music in my life, and I just don't feel the need to repeat songs. So Nirvana is online right now on Google, anything for you to buy if you want it. And I'm sorry I didn't put it on the record, but you can get it now on Google. You made me put it on there. Charglin. Where are you from, Charglin? If you could have dinner with 5 people, dead or alive, who'd you pick? Good question. Is that Scottish or that Welsh? Interesting name. 5 people, dead or alive, who would you pick? I'd have Alan Carr for dinner, because I think he's absolutely hilarious. I would have Meryl Streep, because Meryl Streep could play Batman if she wanted to. And then I would have, oh my gosh, who'd I have? I'd have Whitney Houston. I'd have, no, we want funny people though. I don't know, she could be funny. I'd have my sister or something so she could share it with me and we could talk about it after. And then I think I'd have, dead or alive, Queen Elizabeth I. Bubble, what is your favourite book? I'm not a big reader. I love Harry Potter books. I love the Twilight books. I've attempted Lord of the Rings about 20 times. Can't get past the first chapter. Who else do I like? I think I love Joel. My favourite book would have been Serious Unfortunate Events, and I'm still angry that they didn't carry on those films, because that film was great. So, but they can't do anything about it now because they're all older, so that's a shame. Marcus, who's your biggest fashion inspiration? I love Alexander McQueen. I loved Alexander McQueen in the sense of him and what he stood for, and the shows that he put on I thought were amazing, and I've delved way back into all that. I get addicted to watching interviews on YouTube. I find it really fascinating, and I love the whole history of him and Isabella Blow. I find it really amazing. So they're my biggest inspirations in fashion. Yes. Sophie, what is the weirdest present you've ever got? Oh my gosh, I've had some weird presents. I've had some really weird presents. Can you think of any? I think the weirdest. I can't think of weird ones. Someone chucked a banana at me on stage the other week at my own show, which was very odd. That'd be the weirdest, banana. Very odd. Sam Smith News, hello. I love you very much. What is the most difficult song on the album to perform live? It's interesting actually. There's a few. In all these songs, I'm writing with such amazing writers that I kind of show off a little bit when I'm in the writing sessions, which isn't good because it means that when I have to sing these songs live, it kills me a little bit. But I would say I'm not the only one who's tough, but I can do it. Like I Can, I'll be very honest about it. I have to change the key when I sing it live because it is ridiculous. So I put the key down a tiny bit to sing it live, so it can sound prettier for you when you come and see me live, because I sound like a screeching cat when it's in its normal key. So they're two of the hardest ones. Yeah, they're very hard. Money in My Mind's acoustic as well is virtually impossible, and I don't really enjoy doing it. So I won't be doing that much anymore. So now, thank you so much for your questions, everybody. They were amazing. As always, it's nice. It's always nice to answer different questions. I answer the same questions every single day, so thank you for making them exciting. So now it's time for my big announcement, which is this Friday. I am doing my biggest show to date, my biggest headline show in the Roundhouse in Camden, and basically I've teamed up with Google, and it's kind of the first time this has ever been done, and I have to give credit to my team for coming up with this idea. This is the first time it's ever been done because I'm not doing a lot of television in the week of my release. I've decided, well, we've all planned, me and Google, that on the third break of Alan Carr at 10:45 on Channel 4, it's going to go live to the Roundhouse, and we're going to time it perfectly so that Stay With Me is performed live on Channel 4 with Google in the third Alan Carr break, which is unbelievable. I am really scared because we have to time this really well and get it perfect. But if this works out, this is going to be a magical moment. It's never been done before, and you're going to get to witness one of my dreams coming true live on Google on the first week that my album is out. So thank you so much, Google, for helping me do this, and I really hope you'll all be watching. Also, to make it even better, I'm going to be streaming my entire gig from the Roundhouse in London on Google Play on Friday too. So don't worry if you can't get tickets to my show. You're going to be able to sit there and watch it live, and probably watch me panicking, trying to get this all to happen in time. But it's amazing. I'm so happy that you can all watch this happen, watch this live show happen. I've also got two special things happening during the set. I won't say what, but two special things are going to be going on. So please watch. Stay on my Google page, my Google Plus page, for any details about all of this, if anything changes. And I think we got the link wrong. It's the link is g.co/Sam Smith. Thank you guys for watching. We started off with 50 people, now we've got 1,145. Thank you. Kisses to everyone. Thank you if you bought my album. It means the world to me. Don't be lonely. Be happy. Enjoy life. Keep an eye on Channel 4 at 10:45 on Friday for the live TV ad. See you all soon. Mwah. I've got to stop this.